What's up guys, welcome back to another Kommander Spotlight. This time we're talking about Eriette of the Charmed Apple. If you like enchantment synergies, life drain, and life gain, while also directing the flow of combat, then Eriette is for you. I've got 5 cards that will help make your Eriette deck an absolute blast. Let's get into it. Eriette of the Charmed Apple is a 3-mana 2/4 with 2 awesome abilities. First, each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. And second, at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of auras you control. Our game plan is to cast as many auras on our opponent's strong creatures and deter that damage while we buff our own board. We'll gain a ton of life from Eriette's drain ability and bring all of our opponents low enough to finish them off with tokens or blast them with Aetherflux. Either way, there's a ton of variety with this commander, and with the 5 cards I'm highlighting in this video, you're sure to have a blast when you play her. First off is Archon of Sun's Grace. I absolutely love this card, a 3/4 flyer with lifelink that has the Constellation ability that creates 2/2 Pegasus creature tokens with flying when an enchantment enters the battlefield. And on top of that, Archon gives all these Pegasus tokens lifelink as well. This card helps power out bodies while we cast our cheap auras every turn. It's not uncommon to get 4 or 5 Pegasus tokens going at once, and with lifelink, they're going to help pad our life total even more, making plays like Aetherflux Reservoir that much easier to pull off. Archon is a great way to create a board presence while we churn out auras and get the Eriette snowball rolling. Next up is Killian Inc Duelist. This 2-mana 2/2 with lifelink and menace has the ability spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 less to cast. This is great for so many reasons. Casting a generous gift for 1 mana? Yes please. Flashing in Timely Ward to protect Eriette for 1 mana? Hell yeah. Since auras have to target a creature, they get the mana reduction from Killian. This means most of our 3-mana auras only cost 1 mana to play. Auras like Ghoulish Impetus and Gift of Immortality are already good with Eriette, but they become insanely good with Killian in play. Think of how many more Pegasus tokens we can get from Archon of Sun's Grace if all our auras only cost 1 mana. Killian gives us so much value, and with Menace, he's a great target for all that glitters, should we need to sneak some damage through. Speaking of damage, be sure to destroy the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Kommander content. Comment below with your favorite aura you're running in your Eriette deck. I'd love to see them, and let's get back into it. Next up is one of my all-time favorite cards, Stonic Resonator. This 2-mana artifact has the 2-mana activated ability to copy target triggered ability. Since most of our enchantments and auras that we run in this deck have triggered abilities, as well as Eriette's amazing drain ability at the end step, we have so many great options for Stonic Resonator. A couple fun ones are Sigil of the Empty Throne to get another 4/4 flying angel for only 2 mana, or Hateful Eidolon to draw a ton of cards when an enchanted creature dies. There's so many great options to choose from, but most importantly, we want to double up on Eriette's drain ability when we have 5 or even 10 auras in play. This card turns a lot of our auras up to 11 and makes Eriette pack an insane punch. Next up is Onu Spirit Dancer. This 5-mana 3/3 has the ability, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a token that's a copy of it. Do this only once each turn. Would you like another Sigil of the Empty Throne? Yes. How about another Trespasser's Curse? Yes. What about another Sage's Reverie? Yes. For the love of God, please don't copy a Smothering Tithe. Your friends will hate you, but maybe it's time to find some new friends. Anyway, Eriette can take some time to become a real threat, but with Onu Spirit Dancer, we're only a couple turns away from draining the table for 10 plus total damage every end step. We even have the added benefit of casting some of our auras on other players' turns, like Timely Ward and Minion's Return, with our flash ability to give us even more triggers and even more damage from Eriette. This card really turns this deck online and gives us some huge plays. Lastly is my top card to play with Eriette, Wound Reflection. This 6-mana enchantment has, at the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. This is a game ender. Not only can we stack the triggers so that Wound Reflection sees Eriette's drain ability, effectively doubling the damage, but it also triggers on each end step. This means all of our opponent's creatures that we're enchanting with our auras will effectively deal double damage too. Imagine giving an opponent's Miram all that glitters. It becomes something like a 12/12 and hits him in the face, dealing 12 damage. At the end step, Eriette would deal another 6 damage on top of that, bringing the total to 18. And then Wound Reflection would trigger and cause the player to lose another 18 life. That's 36 life lost. That's insane. Wound Reflection is a perfect combo for Eriette. Her first ability allows us to enchant our opponent's strongest creatures and steer them to our other opponents, while her drain ability hits the whole table every turn. Wound Reflection is doing work, and that's why it's my top pick for Eriette of the Charmed Apple. That's it, guys. What are your favorite cards for Eriette? Leave a comment and help give others some ideas for their decks. If you liked these cards, my deck list is in the description should you need any more inspiration. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this Commander Spotlight. I have plenty more on the channel as well as other videos about playing Commander, so come check them out and join the community. This is the Commander signing off.